time to get into action here for the first match on Saturday Night Five. Well, Trinidad is back here in All Caribbean Wrestling, and I love that this is really the first opportunity for those of you who are joining us to experience him and All Caribbean Wrestling.
I mean, Trinidad, TK Trinidad, I'm already a fan.
You're, of course, and you guys have a great similarity. He is representing Trinidad and Tobago, and I know you are connected to Trinidad as well.
Yes, he's from Dago Martin. My dad's from Davenport. That's a whole other story, but I love the fact that he's representing Trinidad.
And that's one of the beautiful things about what we're seeing here in All Caribbean Wrestling. Wrestlers are from all across the world, including right here in the Caribbean. And so shout out for Trinidad, who again is back. He has spent some time, of course, here in All Caribbean Wrestling in the past.
He definitely has, and you know, he has I think coming back into a big thing, especially with this deal that we have with Temple Network.
Well, you know, it just goes to show what we were talking about before, how so many people are interested in being a part of what's happening here at All Caribbean Wrestling. And now, you know, it's a special thing when you get to see who you represent or people who represent you on your television screen. And that's really one of the reasons why Trinidad wanted to come back to All Caribbean Wrestling.
And it seems like Slade Porter is not much of a fan of Trinidad.
Well, think about this. You know, we had our program Breakout, which you, of course, can check out on our YouTube channel. But Slade Porter would love nothing more than to win the first match in the history of this program, Saturday Night Five.
That would be a big win. However, given the fact it's All Caribbean Wrestling, I think a bigger win would be for Trinidad.
Well, and that's a great question. I mean, you look at Trinidad, and you know, think about what I think it would mean for Slade to win this match. Trinidad actually participated in the first championship match here in the history of All Caribbean Wrestling, where he took on AJ Francis to determine the inaugural champion.
Now the thing is, with it being the first match for All Caribbean Wrestling on Temple Network, I wonder how he's going to celebrate it. Are we doing roti? Are we doing cook-up? Are we doing pilau? Are we doing curry?
Well, here's the thing. There won't be a celebration if he can't get past what Slade is bringing to the table here. And Slade looks like he could be bringing, well, it almost looked like an Indian deathlock there, but a kick out there from Trinidad, who again, you know, Trini has done quite a bit of things. He wanted to get involved in wrestling at a young age, but they had no wrestling at his school. By the way, he went to high school, of course, there in Trinidad, and he's been representing there for quite some time. Specifically, went to St. Mary's College.
Shout out to St. Mary's.
Yeah, he graduated, and they call it CIC. He said all the people would know about that.
They definitely would.
And there, literally on cue, he shouts out CIC.
There it is. Shout out to them. So now the question is, does Trinidad go to Carnival? Have you been to Carnival? I've been to Carnival.
Of course.
Have you been to Carnival?
Of course you've been to Carnival. But here we go. Oh, wow. He calls that Palau. Or Palo, excuse me.
Pilau.
And that's it. It's a wrap. That's a win.
That is a win with Pilau.